And speaking of the right thing to do, this man is an idol of mine. I've loved watching him play, and he's just stands for all that is great and right, not just in the golf world. I saw his message that he tweeted out for everybody to be safe and be smart to try and battle the coronavirus. And I guess he also would love to chat some NFL free agency. And why not? We all love the sport. He's one of the all-time greats in the Golf Hall of Fame as well as in business. He's Jack Nicklaus. How are you, sir?
I'm great, Rich. How you doing?
I'm better for talking to you. Thank you for calling in. I saw your message. And it really blew me away, Jack, about what you wanted to say to keep people, certainly of your generation, as safe and sound. I'd love for you to repeat it or just tell anybody who might not have seen your message on your Twitter accounts and your social media feeds.
Well, in general, I basically said that I sort of applauded the sports world and what they did. I thought they made the right decisions, but also that we have problems, and we these problems are going to be around for a while, and that I said I'm 80 years old, my wife's 80 years old. We are both at-risk people, and that. But the kids, are not going to be. The kids got to be smart because they're going to take it home to their parents and their grandparents. And we've just got a time where we all got to be smart. We got to be try to stay healthy, and we try to do the things that the government is asking us to do. And if we do that, we'll get through this thing like we always do.
Would you mind letting people know what precautions you and your wife are taking? Obviously, you have a large family and a large extended family that you've let America essentially in on getting to know throughout the decades. How are you handling this personally, Jack?
Well, I'm just sort of basically staying at home. I ended up having a cold last week, so I don't know. And Barbara and we got tested for it, but we won't have the results back for a couple of days. But I'm feeling fine now. But I think that we basically stayed home. I've been home in the house here for 5 days now, and haven't really been anywhere. I haven't tried to. I've kept the kids away. We had a birthday last night of one of the kids, so I didn't go to it, and I just don't think it's smart. I think it's. I think we all got to. There's a lot of things I don't want to do. I got 22 grandkids, and they're all going to keep coming up with birthdays and functions. And, as much as I want to go to them, I think right now we just sort of, call them, give them a hug over the phone, and say, "Have a great day."
Jack Nicklaus here on the Rich Eisen Show. Were you party at all into the decision by those at Augusta National to postpone the Masters? Were you involved in that conversation at all, Jack?
Oh, I was not. I was not involved in the conversation. Fred called me before he announced it, and told me what he was going to do, and I concurred with him. I thought that was a right call for him, and. And people have said, well, they're going to try to play the Masters later. I don't know how they can. I don't know how they can get it on the schedule. I think it would be great if they could, but that would be probably unfair to another tournament.
Yeah, I guess there's a whole reconfiguring of the sports world right now. And the conversation might be that the Masters would be played in September. I imagine you've played that course in September. Does it play any differently at that time of year?
Nobody's ever played it in September. It doesn't open until October 15th.
Okay. So literally nobody has ever set foot on that course in the month of September is what you're saying, Jack?
Not unless it's probably somebody local that just went out and hit balls. But basically, the golf course is closed from May 15th to October 15th, and then they overseed the golf course. And in the fall, the golf course is not really very good because it's the ryegrass growing in. The greens will be all right. But it would be a difficult thing to do, and whether they do it or not, I don't know. But if they did, I think it'd be great. But I think that's what do you do with every other tournament that's into that date?
Right. Jack Nicklaus here on the Rich Eisen Show. I'm part of, I'm glad that I'm not very well versed on the Augusta National openings and closings very well. So I appreciate you chiming in on that. So are you watching the NFL news that's coming across the screen, Jack?
Yeah, I am watching it. I'm watching a little bit here and there and seeing the things. And of course, I've got a grandson in free agents right now. I don't think Nick will be up very high, but. he's been working hard trying to get himself quicker and faster, and
Right.
Hopefully somebody's going to pick up somebody that's pretty good. He's going to be a lot better now than he was. But anyway, I've been watching it, and we're following it, and I'm very interested in seeing things. Boy, I tell you, did Arizona get a deal?
They sure did, Jack. I mean, what'd you think of that DeAndre Hopkins trade, huh?
Wow. I mean, is he some receiver? I mean, I don't know about Johnson, but I'm surprised they would ever let Hopkins go.
It was kind of surprising. What did you think of Tom Brady's decision to announce today to part ways with the Patriots for 20 years, Jack Nicklaus?
Well, I just heard that, and I think that Tom still wants to play. I do not. I've never met Tom, so I don't know.
Is that right?
No, never met him. Well, he's a Michigan guy. He's a Ohio State guy. No, we don't get together. But
oh man,
I'm a big Brady fan. I really have been. I've been a big Brady fan for a long time, and I think he's handled himself beautifully. I'm disappointed that the Patriots don't want to move on with him, but that's their business. And not mine. But it's what a talent, and he's not done yet.
Did you ever think of playing football back in the day, Jack?
Oh, I played, but I was, I quit early because I started running into golf season, and
sure,
I was smart enough to figure out that I played quarterback. I wasn't tall enough, my hands weren't big enough, and it made more sense for me to play golf than it did play football. So that's what I did.
So were you there? Of course you were. What was your relationship with Woody Hayes back in the day, Jack?
I had a great relationship with Woody Hayes. Woody Hayes was one of my favorite people. He was fabulous to deal with. People don't realize that Woody, and I could be a little off this, but I think I'm right. Woody's salary when he took the job at Ohio State was $25,000. When he retired, he was $25,000. Woody never took a raise. He always put his money back into the program or into kids, and he was a very highly principled guy. I mean, he had a little trouble sometimes on Saturday, but for the most part, Woody Hayes was one of the great people that I've ever met.
So, are you saying you didn't stay in touch with Bo Schembechler then because he was a Michigan guy, Jack? Is that what you're saying?
I stayed in touch with Bo. Bo and I became very good friends, and Bo used to come every time I played up in Detroit. Bo would come out and walk with me, and we'd talk all the time.
Well, I when I went to the, I'm a Michigan man myself, Jack. Full disclosure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You're sorry, but the great Michigan golf course right in the shadow of Michigan Stadium, there were always legends about how you played and what you did on this hole or what you did on that hole and how you dominated course in that way. Is it true that course is also designed, or some of the holes designed by the same Masters designer, Augusta National? Is that a true story?
Alice McKenzie did University of Michigan. He did Ohio State University, and he did Augusta National. Absolutely.
Okay. Your favorite hole at Augusta National would be what, Jack? Which is the one?
Oh, I don't know. I think that probably I like them all. I always say the one I'm playing at the time, but I mean, I love the A-man corner. I love 12. I love 13, and I think that area right there is pretty special at Augusta.
What about 16? I mean, would that be one that you'd mention as well?
Well, I've had great success at 16, and I've birdied it a lot of times when coming down to the end, and it's been very good to me. But I don't think 16 has got near the excitement that 12 has.
Is it true that on that 16 in your famed Masters in '86 that you hit the ball and it was said, I hope the club is right, I hope it's there, and you picked up your tee and not even looking, saying it is? Is that a true story?
Yeah, I couldn't see the bottom of the flag. There's a bunker that sits right in front of the where the hole was. But anyway, I hit a 5-iron. There was a little breeze in our face, and the ball was in the air, and I hit it just exactly the way I wanted to. And my son Jackie was caddying for me, and he said, "Be right." And I just looked at him. I said, "It is." And that's the cockiest remark I've ever made in golf. That ball could have gone anywhere.
Yeah, I know. That's just awesome. All right, before I let you go, Jack, one more time, please, for anybody out there that needs to know. I don't know if you've seen, there's videos of people going to beaches. There's people who are still frequenting in large audiences and large crowds right now. I'm trying my best to tell everybody about it, and I'd give you the floor one more time, Jack, on that subject.
I don't think you can shut your life down. I think you can. I think outdoors is fine. If you want to go play golf, I think you don't have to be in a crowd to play golf, or you don't have. If you want to go out in a boat, or you want to go, work out outside, take a run, I don't think that's any problem. The problem is gathering and keeping clean. You got to wash your hands, and you can't be coughing on somebody, and the kids have got to be respectful of other people, because they may get it and not even know it, and all of a sudden take it home to the mom or pop or grandpa or grandma, and all of a sudden they've got a problem. So I think we just need to be smart and think about where we're going and what we're doing, and we'll get through this thing. As I said, as Americans, we need to work together, and we'll get through it.
Jack, you are you're the man, and I genuinely appreciate you taking some time out of your day to make this phone call. It means a lot to the show and everybody on it and everybody listening and watching, so thank you, and be well.
Well, thanks, Rich. I appreciate it. It's nice talking with you.
Right back at you. That's Jack Nicklaus right here on The Rich Eisen Show.